everyone, and welcome to today's video. So today is September 9th, it is my birthday, and the weather's downright gross. It is in the 40s with the real feel in the 30s, and it really makes me remember when Sam and I were living out in Washington when he was on active duty. And so today, because it's my birthday and because of the weather and it sounded really good, I'm going to be making a copycat version of a restaurant that has closed its doors, unfortunately, but I remember how it was made and I was hungry for it. I'm going to be making a copycat version of Moonrise Cafe in Lakewood, Washington, California, BLT. So let's get started. A down memory lane video and recipe for me because when Sam and I were stationed in Washington, my best friend, she's like my sister, her name is Teresa, we would go and eat there a lot, especially on our birthdays, and we would get this sandwich, and she is the one that introduced me to this sandwich, and she introduced me to liking avocado and sprouts. So it is essentially a BLT with some additions. So, as in a regular BLT, we have our sandwich bread. We have our lettuce, and I just have a spring mix that I will be sprinkling on it. We have our tomato. I have a yummy homegrown tomato. We have some applewood smoked bacon, and I will say that this is how my parents did bacon growing up. They would slice it down the center because when you peel it off to put it in the skillet, it fits in the skillet better with these smaller slices. Then what makes it a California BLT is that you add avocado and you add sprouts. And I will tell you that finding sprouts in Hillsboro it's almost unfindable. And unfindable is not a word. Anyway, even going to Wichita, which is a really big town, it's got Dillon's and Walmart's and Trader Joe's and you name it, grocery stores, you can't hardly find it. I have to find my sprouts at a little store in the Bradley Fair area called Green Acres, and it makes Sam and I laugh. We always start singing the Green Acres theme song. But if I'm in town, I have to drive over to Marion to Carlson's, and they do have a nice selection of, and they are even organic. And the funny thing is I'm pretty sure, yeah, my lettuce, tomato, avocado, and sprouts are all organic, and I'm eating non-organic bacon and bread. It was not bought on purpose. It just kind of turned out that way. Okay, so how the sandwich is made. We're going to start by toasting our bread because we want our bread to have a wonderful crunch. And I'm going to cook up my bacon. Pretty much, you know how to do that. So I'm going to do the little things that essentially everyone knows for a BLT, get everything ready, and then I'll be back in a little bit to put it all together and show you the process. So the cooking portion is over. My hair's pulled back because I didn't want to get food in it. Forgot to grab the bacon. So I am using a very special plate today. When I was younger, my great aunt Bessie, who's no longer with us, gifted me some items. And one of the things that she gifted me was a set of Churchill dishes. And this is the pattern. It is Churchill Willow from England. And I have a set of 6 of these. And today I am pretty much having lunch with my great aunt Bessie. I'm using one of her plates, and I'm going to get out one of the teacups and saucers and have a sip of tea as well. Okay. So what I have done is I have toasted 2 slices of white bread, and I have them sitting very pretty on my plate. And I will have to say I am really proud of my bacon because I typically burn bacon, but it turned out pretty. And then I have sliced half of an avocado, and I have done a couple slices of tomato. So I've got my Miracle Whip, my spring mix, my sprouts all ready to go. So we're going to start assembling. last minute. But I also whipped up some dip mix. It's called the Big Sting. It's from a supplier in Hutchinson, and I will link his information in the description below. Sam and I usually buy it every year at the Arts and Crafts Fair, and the Arts and Crafts Fair didn't happen, so I'm really sad that this was our last container of it, but it sounded really good with my sandwich. So here's what my plate looks like. Very pretty. And I've got some carrots here along the side. All right, so now it's time to eat. Okay, so I looked it up real quick, and the Big Sting dip mix is from Mutton Hollow Farms, and like I said, I have their website information. I will link it down below. If you like spicy, you will love the Big Sting. It's super easy to make. You pretty much mix it into a 16-ounce container of sour cream, and you let it set. It's back in the fridge, but I've got me some to go with my carrots for my sandwich. So let's dig in. All right. So here's my sandwich with bacon falling off. Here's my sandwich. That is absolutely perfect. It takes me back to living in Washington and having lunch with my friends for my birthday. It kind of stinks that I don't get to do birthday stuff with friends this year, but I'm getting to have lunch on a really nice fancy plate, and that makes it better. So I will make sure to put a link, or not a link, the recipe for this in the description below. Like I said, this is the Copycat California BLT from Moonrise Cafe that used to be located in Tacoma, Washington, and I'm really sad that they're not closed. But guys, thank you so much for joining me for my birthday lunch.